This is Soy,
And this is Dyra.
and you're listening to Hair and Whatever.
Unfiltered salon talk.
Yes,
Hey,
ma'am.
y'all.
Let me stop. All right.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
This is Soy.
What's up? What's up?
And I am Dyra. And you're listening to Hair and Whatever. And today we have a special guest on the show.
Yo, yo, yo.
His name is Rome. His name is
Yo.
Jerome, but he goes by Rome.
She gonna give him a government.
Okay. That's a fact.
Jerome. Rome from
in
the
the
Realist.
house.
Yeah.
Yes, and
your
we'll get
mouth.
into why he's here a little later. But what are we talking about, Soy?
We are talking about. Actually, we're gonna flip it. We are talking about barbershop talk.
Right.
Like, why do y'all do that?
Right.
Yeah. And what else are we talking about? And we're gonna talk about
The Realist.
The Realist.
Are we supporting us with The Realist?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Okay.
but first, let's give our crown of the week to Serena. So now,
so
her name
gorgeous.
is she goes by Ventures now, but Serena Williams. She was on the cover of Essence. She was featured on Essence magazine. She's doing a clothing line now. I heard.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and
Tennis
so
player?
yeah, this is her.
Mm-hmm.
That's her?
She does.
Yeah, looking all
Oh,
fly.
glowy.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, she looks
Got the
good.
Bruce Leroy girl.
I know. Looking like Wakanda.
Right. That's
Right?
exactly what she looked like.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And her hair looks so fly.
Yeah.
And, I like the updo.
Me too.
Her makeup is
With
everything.
the choke, is that the choker dress?
Yeah, it's
what
like a
type
choker
of-
dress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she
Okay.
looks very nice.
All right.
Yeah, okay, Serena.
Right.
All right, so let's get into our hair topic with Jerome. He has a whole bunch of fucking questions to ask us.
Don't men always do?
Listen, I'm gonna hold the flag down for the fellas. All right. I know we got some. We all got
Always
some
got
questions.
something to say
And
about women's hair.
And Rome has a lot to say, guys. I love it. Love it.
Yes, yes, y'all.
So what y'all got to say now?
All right. So, I mean, we getting right into it.
Yeah.
All right.
No, wait.
Let me know.
First, hold up. Let's give a disclaimer, though. Like,
All right.
we don't give a fuck what men really have to say,
Sure, we don't.
right?
Not at all.
We still gonna do whatever the fuck we want to do, regardless of,
Right.
Right.
But we're gonna
We just want to know what they
I'm
talking
familiar. Give a fuck about it.
Right,
Nigga. Big Bergen back. I already know.
You said big word.
Yeah, I already know. Meg has informed us, right, that y'all don't care what we got going on.
Right,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? A wise man once said, "Leave women alone until October."
You so silly.
Okay.
Hot girl summer. I
right.
don't know what that is, but
All right.
Listen.
So it is y'all summer, but I still would like to understand what is going on y'all side of things with certain things that's going on.
right.
So
What you want to know?
all right, so if I'm out, right? You meet somebody, and then they got a look about them. They do the natural thing, and it's a good grade of hair.
First of all,
Like, okay, so all right, good is subjective, right?
Right,
That's
thank
what you're gonna
you.
say, right? So it looks good naturally.
okay.
In its natural state, it looks good.
Okay.
The hair is beautiful. What are some of the reasons why a woman would choose to braid that hair and then cover it up for us to see a whole nother look and it not look like it belongs on the face of the hair that's braided? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do women do that? What are the reasons women just choose to get weave? I hear they want to make their hair grow, or like, what are the benefits to that?
Yes, and you just want to look like something different. But I mean, I guess that's subjective too, to what you said. Like, it doesn't match the face, or so you're saying that basically it's not believable. Is that what
Right.
you're saying?
Right.
So
Well,
you
does
wanted
that
to
even
look-
matter?
For some people,
Some people know.
No.
Some
so they
people,
want it to look fake.
some people, yeah. Well, some people, know that like me wearing green hair is not. I'm not growing green hair out of my head, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just doing it for a look. because I want to look green today.
No, okay, so that's one thing. But I'm talking about you have long, pretty, whatever hair, and then you get weave that's
the
long.
standard, you guys, right?
No, that's not the standard. But I'm saying like, but you'll get a weave of the same style of hair that you have, because you braiding it. You braided your real hair, and then chose to get other hair on top.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily. It just looks like the same type of hair that doesn't belong.
Well,
I know certain people do it because, to put their hair in a protective style, right?
Okay.
And
See, I didn't know about protective style. That's new.
Right.
You learning me something right now.
yeah, we learning you. You done learned today,
You
huh?
done learned today.
so it could be about, like putting their hair in a protective style, but are they truly protecting it? We speak about this all the time.
Right.
And then also, you may want something different. So like I like to switch it up sometimes, like I want to like it depends on the person, right? So I know like if I'm going to do a style, like I want to do like black or something because I want it to look natural,
Right.
or maybe I don't want to, like, I want this hair. Like last week I had braids.
Right.
Was it last
locks.
week? Yeah, I had locks.
Really?
Yeah.
She
But
only
you
has
had
it for
that- but
5
you had-
hours. Okay? She keeps it for 5 hours.
Yeah. So
And she
I
takes
just
it.
want it. I want change. Like sometimes, like I
Like
just
the faux lock joint.
right, exactly. So I just did it for a couple of 2 weeks. And then I'm done.
It wasn't 2 weeks, you guys.
It was 10 days.
It was not 10 days. It was not 10 days. It was not 10 days.
I was here
It
with
was
the
literally
braids.
10 hours
Don't try to play me.
and 45
But
seconds.
that's why I do it. I know Soy. She would switch. She likes to switch up. Like, don't even talk about my hair because once you wear clip-ins, you be switching it up from one like on a daily basis, hours.
So let me ask, right? So you decide to put your hair in a protective style to be able to, once it's time to showcase. So like if something's coming up, right? Like a wedding and you're a bridesmaid, are you gonna do women mostly choose to do the protective style up until it's time to showcase their real hair in the wedding, or will they want their hair in a protective style?
I think it just
then?
depends.
Right,
It depends on the
yeah.
woman, like
Because
maybe
you're not
if you're at the
you're not
beach or
really. I
something.
think he's saying like protecting your hair until it's time to like wham. I'm showing
Right.
my
Yeah.
hair.
When is the
when
debut?
is it? When is it?
When is the debut? When do you debut you?
I love the way your mind is working with that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Like when is it like, you know what? They gonna learn today.
The
Boom.
protection is over.
Right.
I'm about to date.
Some women don't ever show their hair. Like
That's hilarious.
and some women, okay, so especially like I'm gonna get into it and I'm gonna say it, guys, no shade, but some women of color think that because they're braiding down their hair and they're like forgetting about their hair, they're protecting it, and it's like the total opposite. So you're like neglecting your hair actually because you're just braiding it. You're not shampooing it because
You gotta let that thing breathe.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
I've
You have to
heard of
shampoo.
people leaving protective styles for like 9 months.
Yeah. And
No
then
shampoo?
they don't shampoo their hair. Obviously that's extreme. 9 months.
Are any of you, do any one of you have an athletic background?
I do. I used to cheerlead and play soccer.
Okay, so what was your thing like when it came
I
to
just wore
like
my
game
hair.
day?
I just wore my hair back then. I was like
Yeah.
in high school. So.
And
okay.
I've always really worn my hair too. Like I played softball.
Okay,
Yeah.
and it's just whipping it and then it whatever it was.
Yeah. Back in the days I used to always wear my hair straight and I would just like put it in a ponytail.
That's what I'm saying. You know what? You know what I'm saying? Big Birkin bag, about 5-6 figures. I get it, but I remember like, you know what I'm saying? The little cut joint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They would have their leather joints.
It's still nostalgic.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mary J came on and you
Yeah.
was like, oh shit.
Right. Yeah.
Live
Mary
your life,
probably
but
still
live
had
your
a
life, girl.
weave.
Who am I to who am I? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, but that's a
Anything,
good question. Men want to know, huh?
Right. Yeah. We want to know.
The barbershop want to know.
Okay. All right. Now, what about this though? I need to know this.
Uh-huh.
What is the point of a lace front if I can see the fishnet as
Fishnet.
the regular guy look like it just doesn't seem like I'm supposed to see that.
The
Right.
fact that you called it a fishnet is
Right.
hilarious.
It's hilarious, right? So first of all, let me just say, right, if you can see the fishnet, is a bad wig. Bad wig.
Yeah.
Bad wig.
Bad wig. You should not supposed to see the fishnet.
So are
It's
they
supposed to blend,
right.
and have the little baby hairs out or whatever.
Right.
So on a scale of Sweetie to Meg, where do they fall in a hot girl? If I see the fishnet, because that's not my
Where
type.
does she fall? I don't know.
I don't know, like just bad, just a bad hair
So she
job,
dropped
you
the
know?
ball. So,
Yeah.
so what if I say, Miss, I can see you? Like, do
You're not
I
gonna
let her
say
know?
that.
You ain't gonna say
You're
that.
not gonna say that.
I'm asking you if I should. Because I would. If it's for the betterment of our people, I will say, Miss, I can see the fishnet. Like,
The fishnet.
you know what I'm saying? Tighten up. You know what I'm saying?
I just think that maybe they just don't know. You know what I mean?
No,
But I
that
don't know.
No, they do know. They do know.
No, I think that they don't know.
They do
that-
know.
because you gotta really
Listen.
like we had Nataki on here and she
No,
does a
no,
lot
no.
of lace fronts,
No.
and she said that you're supposed to get it done so many,
Okay.
so often.
On a scale like from, I'm gonna say 30%.
No or don't know?
Don't know. Any better.
30% don't know?
30% don't know any better. But if you can see, you have a mirror in your house. You gotta lay down the baby hair. If you can see it, everybody else can see it.
Now, that'd be fly when they do the...
You like the baby hair?
I like the baby hair.
like
Because
the
that,
baby
that take it back.
Even if it's the
That
fake
take
little
it
baby hair
back.
from the, cause
See,
that's
I didn't even
you
know
didn't
about the fake baby hair.
You didn't know? You thought it was real?
I thought that was them.
No, it's part of the
Because I see
little-
the toothbrushes in the jail. I see.
So
Well,
they,
you know,
vibrations.
with certain
recreated the
wigs,
baby hair.
certain wigs, like they just bring down like the hair from, and then they cut it, and then
They
that
razor it a
they
little
kind
bit.
of raise it, yeah, exactly,
And
to
create
make it-
baby hair. We are a creative
Y'all
people.
to blend it in.
Damn,
We are-
black people are
just
amazing.
creative.
We're amazing.
Just like,
We're amazing.
telling
You
you.
just create baby hairs.
You
like,
know? Listen.
Is that y'all think Missy back popping, y'all think finger waves will come back?
Finger waves, I think, are here.
I mean, finger waves
have
have
been here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just depends on how you wear them.
Yeah.
A lot of people, like, short hair wear, like, soft waves and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Give me a character. I haven't seen finger
He
waves
said a
since
character.
Missy.
I don't know. Like, you can probably go, like, on, like, Instagram and see,
You know
like,
what?
little
I
short.
feel like maybe Tiana Taylor had finger waves.
Exactly. I've seen her with
Yeah,
some. Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Tiana
Like,
Taylor.
soft waves.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Shout her
So
out.
what else you got for us?
I want to know, all right, so be on the gram. You know what I'm saying? I'm a late night grammer. You know what I mean? Scrambling. I do more commenting than liking. You know what I'm saying? But it
You
is
be
what
slipping
it is.
into them DMs.
I shoot.
Okay, you shoot your shot.
I do. I do shoot. The
Okay.
thing is,
Does it make it in?
no, this is the thing. I have not mastered the art of getting to know a female over Instagram. I can't do it.
That's probably
But
a
I
skill.
shoot.
You shoot your shot.
But sometimes I delete. But
why you delete?
because you got 24 hours to respond. If you ain't responding, then you ain't interested.
Right.
So I'll keep it moving.
Okay.
But
So you got a clock going.
but yeah. So this ain't about me and my hair.
Right. So
I mean
what,
my shooting.
what else you got?
I want to know. I'm on the gram scrolling. I'm seeing all these guys basically get these fake beards and hairlines, and I seen a nigga walking that shit bald.
Right.
He, by the time the video was done and they spent the chair around and he came back, he had waves.
A whole different person.
Wait, in the beard or in
My
the?
man had he already had a good beard when he walked in. But he had the George Jefferson joint, like
Right.
the girl, like, you know what I mean, the Shirley
Right.
Hemsley joint. So I'm like, damn, okay. So I'm looking at the video, 30 seconds, he's still bald. 45 seconds is And then by the time that shit hit 58 seconds and they spent the round, my man had 360s. I was like,
Wow.
okay. So
So
I
you
want to
talking about
know.
the man weaves.
Right. So I want to know, is that how a woman receiving
Are you
that?
trying to get a man weave?
No, I'm
Okay.
good. I'm straight. So
Yeah.
far, so good.
Right.
But I'm just wondering, has that made it to the women locker room? Like, are y'all like, this nigga had the fake bed? That nigga had the fake. Like, I was laying cuddling with him all of a sudden.
It moved, and I was
moved.
like, what the heck?
Like, are y'all are women experiencing?
I feel like certain men are not, like, obviously, like, it's kind of, some men feel, shy about it. Like, all men are not going to get man weaves. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you have...
But there's a
That's
community.
it's not as big.
It's definitely
It is.
a
There is.
community.
We have somebody, who does like in the same
Yeah.
like salon
Salons.
suite.
Mm-hmm.
So you wait a minute. You
that's
know
somebody-
someone
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes on a regular basis
and
gets like the
his
man
joint
weaves,
done.
and he.
you know a consumer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay,
Yeah.
so my man
And
is
he gets
like,
his like kind of
Like, yeah, like a
how
little high
often
top.
is he getting
top.
that?
I'm gonna say once a month I see him in there.
Oh,
All right,
yeah?
so this is my thing. So all right, and this is the regular salon, right?
Mm-hmm.
All
Yeah.
right, so now, what are the women? What are women saying? Are they like, oh, they talking shit about us and look at them, or like, what are y'all saying?
We spoke
Or
about
we all
that.
hear
We did
about it?
kinda
So
speak
you're
about-
like what you said, like
I'm cool on the man weave.
you don't want your
Nah.
man. Listen, honestly, like if my man wants to get a weave, and it makes him feel good about who he is, because like men can feel. Men can feel some type of way about getting it,
She's such a good girlfriend, like I always say.
Listen, the same way we feel self-conscious about a lot of the stuff, like what about how men feel? Like, have we thought about that? Like,
Men have feelings too. Can I share
saying.
mine with you?
We out here.
right.
We out here
so,
hurt.
like also like I've seen like men like do like their beards.
No,
and
I know
do,
the
like,
Beijing.
With the Beijing.
So with the
and all
Beijing,
of
so that's
that.
what I'm saying. Have you woke up with some ink on
Beijing?
your pillow?
No, but I remember like back in the day, it was like a thing that like they would
What'd
do
you
the
do?
like
You
the
said,
Beijing.
"Come on, my nigga, what's this?" Or did you be like,
I
"You know
didn't
what,
really,
babe?
you know
I
what?
like that on you."
It looked good. Like whoever was doing it, like they made it look good. They blend well. It wasn't looking like too like dark or whatever or unrealistic. So they made it like blend. I guess they got the little brush or whatever to brush it and all of that to make it blend. But if it looks good, then cool, But if it's looking like a magic marker, then I guess
See
it's
me?
the same thing with the lace front. Like, I mean, if it looks good, then
it's-
yes. But if it doesn't, then no.
You saying that with the weave in the beard?
Yes.
In the wave?
I don't like the man weave thing. I don't
What
want my
about
man
the-
to have a man weave. That's just me.
What about the Tory Lanez hairline joint?
Oh, like the
Go get your joint.
maybe if I don't know,
Wait,
like
what's the-
fine.
the
I don't think
Tory
that
Lanez-
bothers
so
me
they're
too
actually
much.
bald, but they want a
get a
hairline
hairline.
back. They go get a hairline
That
back.
doesn't bother me. Yeah, that doesn't bother me.
'Cause
Like,
that's-
go ahead and get
that's
your
like
hairline
so-
back.
So that's like getting
That's like hair
ass.
replacement.
That's like the lady getting her butt done.
Right.
Boom, she get her butt done. You go get your hair done.
And like the butt, a lot of men don't notice. Like they don't know the difference.
can't tell. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's just like
I've been-
me.
I've
I don't
been
know the
tricked.
difference.
You've been
know?
tricked?
With a fake butt, I don't know. Like I don't know unless it's just like,
Too
come on, you looking
disproportionate.
like Professor Clump or something.
Yeah.
I can't tell.
Right.
Right.
Does it bother you? I know this is like not
Nah,
hair.
it's not. It doesn't bother me. It only bothers me if during interaction you're putting so much emphasis on it. Because nowadays it's not even taboo. It's like, I ain't got my shit done in Miami. Da 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 da. And you could, and it's like that's all you're, bringing to the table. Then I could.
You don't like it.
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I get it. I feel
yeah.
it.
So I mean, man weave. I don't personally like man beards. I mean, if it's done right, and man hairline, if it's done right.
Right. If it looks natural, like I don't honestly like. If it makes you feel good, go ahead, Poppy,
Yeah.
get it. Go ahead, Poppy, get it.
She gonna pull on it.
No.
Do you? What about the women on the flip side? The women who draw on they eye.
The eyebrow.
Yeah, draw on ones. What is the thing behind that? Are they shaving them or they just can't grow?
Real men want to know.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
So, I mean, I guess like there's different things. Like some of them are not as full.
Right.
So the women will go in and like, have this thing called microblading that they'll go in and, like
But that's
kinda
like, more professional. On the
Wait,
professional
microblading is like, that's what makes it look like a marker?
It's not supposed to look like a marker.
like a marker.
It's not supposed to look like a marker.
Nah,
If it's looking like that, I think that maybe she doesn't know how to
Right. How to do it.
or no one
She ain't
showed
got
her.
no friends.
Right. No one's shown her how to make it look natural.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Because back in the days, like I would like wax my eyebrows. So like, they've gotten thin.
What age?
Probably like 15.
Wax, you was
Not completely, like just to kind of like, wax,
arch it?
To arch it and stuff like that, to clean it up, like you probably, I don't know if you guys do it in the barbershop where they clean it up.
clean your what?
Slightly shading.
We're clear. We gotta be clear.
Shade.
Be
Shade,
clear.
no shade.
Let's be clear. You don't know what is done in the barbershop. I can tell you.
Cleaning the barbershop, I mean, not cleaning the barbershop, cleaning your eyebrows with the blades.
No, eyebrows aren't touched. Barbers, no. I don't even think they
do
It's
that.
just
It's
just
No,
up
they
here
they
and
do
right
that.
here.
That's it.
That's
But they
it.
do that.
Nobody
And right
touches
here.
this.
And the Dominican,
Yeah, I know the Dominicans be
They
having
do
their
that.
fucking eyebrows.
their shit be like,
Speaking of the gram, I seen a dude with a whole
That's-
black mask, and it went up to here
Yeah.
and it went up to there, and it. But he was Latin.
Yeah,
He was from
Dominican.
the Latin community.
What's the
Yeah.
shape?
And they ripped that joint off, and he looked like he had a whole new face.
was it nice or like
What?
his face?
It looked painful.
Oh, okay. So they shaved it, like they waxed it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
okay.
black, and he was pulling it off like.
Oh yeah, so that's
So it
wax.
did this whole hairline, and then it did his whole face up here and all that. I said, bro, just get a haircut.
Right.
Right.
But he
Yeah.
probably walked out there feeling like,
$1 million
you know what I'm
bucks.
saying?
A million with his white jeans on.
Yeah. But yeah, like
They
I.
have white jeans on. They love the white jeans.
She said white jeans, but you're trying to play my people.
Y'all know how y'all do, Dominican.
Right. I know my people. But I would, wax off, and after a certain amount of time, like they don't grow, like as full, but my eyebrows still, grow. So like every so often, like I do, like I mine don't look like marker, but like I know how to do mine. Certain people don't know how to do their eyebrows, and that's what it all boils down to.
All right, so peep this, right?
Would you tell your girl though? Like, would you say something?
I would say if anything looked out of place, disproportionate, not good, I would tell
You
my
would say-
lady.
okay.
Listen, it's not looking good, and I would want her to tell me if I'm looking crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
So like, what do y'all? What do women say to? Because most guys have that narrative where they feel like women who do all these different things to make themselves look or appear a certain type of way have confidence issues. So it's like, where's the self-love or that type of narrative? What do y'all say to those type of guys? Because obviously it's an ignorant statement. So what do y'all say to them?
That. Okay, so say that again. So basically, the man is doing.
No, what do you say to
You lost me.
the narrative that men have that women who do all these things
Oh, I see.
to,
What
their,
you're
where-
to their hair, to their
Right.
body,
Where's
to
the,
the thing,
and they say, "Where's the self-love?"
lack self-love or self-confidence. What do y'all say to those guys?
I think that is not true. Like I mean, it depends on the the extent of it. Like if you're going to get like like all of these surgeries and stuff like that, clearly there's something probably there.
Right.
Some self-esteem issue probably there. But I
Right.
think a little bit of enhancement, like makeup is an enhancement. You know what I mean? Having hair in your hair is an enhancement. Wearing nails is an enhancement. Eyelashes, all of that stuff. So. I mean, I don't think that there's a self-esteem issue always with that. But I get it. I get where men be like, y'all wearing all this fake shit and then y'all want to say y'all want a real man. I understand that, but it's not.
But I also think it comes from men though. Like also, like like men are constantly like commenting on big booty hoes and women who have like enhanced their bodies or have makeup or have the long weaves and stuff like that. And then at home they're not like uplifting their women and oh my god, like you look beautiful and stuff like that. So yeah, if your woman is not being like not praised but kind of like complimented all the time, like she's gonna look okay, well I'm gonna do like
what I want to
do. I'm gonna get the weave, I'm gonna get my nails done.
But I think that you need to have that first though too, like you need to have confidence first,
of course,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
but because you're not getting attention at home, you're gonna get attention somewhere else, and you're gonna seek it. And you can tell people who are seeking that attention.
Yeah.
Some people don't do it like like here I am, but women do that because it's not coming from home,
and from themselves,
or like hip hop.
Yeah.
All men
but you also
got to
look at. But you also got to look at the guys who say that. Where who they are bringing home. Because, some guys have a false fairy tale mentality of their idea of a beautiful woman, right?
Yeah.
So me personally, I don't really have a type, right? I like, the first woman that I seen on television that I was extremely attracted to was Nia Long, right?
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
So you look at her from Love Jones to Friday, she was able to wear all these different type of hairstyles and looks and cut it and all that. But you look at nowadays, so even back then, to go back to back then, you had Nia Long, you got Gabrielle Union, you had Maya Campbell in the house, Reagan Gomez.
Oh, she was,
right?
yeah.
So all of those are the type of women that I naturally was like attracted to just looking at television. So when I go out, my sense of beauty is just like brown skin. But you know what I'm saying? Just women that kind of have that same type of
like not
features.
like made up all heavy and looking like blow up
But you
dolls
look at the people now, you have like Kim Kardashian, you got those type of all the Kardashians in general. That's just what the epitome of beauty is.
Right.
So the guys, that's what they look for on a woman on a surface level. You know what I'm saying? So you might hear that this is what they like, this is what they like. That's probably what they see. But if you dug deeper in to see, okay, he really likes this type of woman or that type of woman. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think that those men are probably just shallow, and that's what they like.
Some men are shallow.
Yeah.
They just see the physical and they like women looking like blow up dolls and
Shit.
and I mean, that's what they like.
What about, okay, so on the flip side of that, what's up with the woman with the weave that like kind of looks like it's combed back like an old school helmet situation? Like, what's the deal with it? I be trying to understand what be the deal. What be the like?
Like, is it like it's not laying down
I feel
flat?
like if you're gonna get a design, right? And you want to wear this on a daily basis. It's not Halloween or nothing. It shouldn't appear like a costume.
Right. I feel you.
Is this just bad work?
That's probably what it is.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
just bad work. And they just...
It looks horrible. It's fucking horrible. Man. It's horrible. The only thing it does is it makes you...
women have all of these questions.
The only good thing about it is it helps you appreciate a woman. It helps you notice a woman who's well put together.
Right.
Like, quicker.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh...
See?
She got her.
Antithesis of that.
She got her shit together.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, oh, she boom, 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 boom. Oh, this a weave. Damn, I didn't even know that was a weave. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, is that a compliment?
Yeah,
Damn,
that's good.
Damn, I didn't even know that was a weave.
It's supposed to look like that.
Okay, girl. You can say that.
Nah, I ain't gonna say okay, girl. But I'd be like, damn. I'd be like, word, that's a weave.
Right.
That's crazy.
Oh, I thought that was you.
That's
You would be
damn,
like, I thought that was you.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially when because I'm a touchy feely guy. You know,
It's
so
okay.
like,
You can say it. You.
well, that's my
You
love
like to-
language.
right.
Yeah.
Physical
Right.
touch is like my
Yeah.
top love language.
So you be like, oh,
So
okay,
I'll
I
be
didn't
like,
know that
you know,
was okay.
once I've gotten the okay that we can be touchy feely,
Right.
right? Because you got to make sure
Yeah.
it's
Me Too,
mutual. It's a
movement
mutual
is
agreement.
real.
Right.
You gotta make
Right.
sure it's a mutual agreement that it is okay
It's consensual.
for me to touch you
Right.
and you to touch me. You know, I might lay on your lap and start, or, you know, I might
Going
start
through it.
caressing. You know what I
Right.
mean? I
And
get
you're
the
like-
caressing. I might feel some shit like, I don't know if I want to feel that.
So okay, so let's just say you don't know that the person has weave and stuff like that is well put together, and you haven't had that conversation, but then you decide to caress her hair, and then you're like, oh
Like,
shit,
oh
like,
shit, okay, what's going on? With
what's
this?
going on?
How do y'all feel about that?
Yeah.
Yo,
What does it catch
all right.
you off guard?
It
like
does.
That?
Have you ever seen, y'all watch Fresh Prince? Remember Fresh Prince?
Yeah.
Of course.
Remember when,
In
who-
West
I
Philadelphia.
think it was.
no.
She started taking off
What's her
all her
name?
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was,
I'm gonna get you sucker.
no, it was, they was locked, remember he had the song, he was in
Oh,
the
they
basement,
was
right?
in. They were locked in
They was
together,
locked in the basement.
and she was taking off.
She was like, open. She was like, can you open this can for me? He was like, man, won't you open it? You got nails. And she was like,
Yeah, she started taking.
knock yourself out. And she threw the nails, and he was like,
Oh.
shit. Sometimes that's how I throw you off. You be like, oh no. Oh no. I did not just get, have I been
So it's like
hoodwinked?
boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom.
Right.
So okay.
So yeah, it could throw, but you know, it's checks and balances. You might be
Yeah.
slipping there, but you know, you might bring that plate. I mean, I'm like, oh shit.
But the
she
good
got
thing is
busy
that
in the kitchen. So
right,
it's like,
and the
you
good
know.
thing that you didn't know, like like you said, like you thought it was her, and you put your fingers through, and you just got a surprise. So it must have been.
Have you
put
had?
together
Have you ever
really
had
well.
like some like clippings? Like,
No, I haven't made it to clippings.
I know, but
made it to clippings.
like have some fell off? Like
That's what I'm
ever?
saying. No, I haven't. I would,
Or she take
I would
them
be
out
like,
at night,
oh.
like, okay, so let me go ahead. I'm getting
I've
ready
had
for
somebody
bed.
just
Be
pull
like,
the weave off like, damn, today was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Pull the whole wig off, like.
And how'd you feel about that?
You know why I fucked with it. I fucked with it. I mean, you comfortable with the boy.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
today
You
was
know
just
what I mean?
today was crazy. Shoot,
Right.
and start patting.
Nah, she didn't pat.
She didn't pat. Okay, she just was
her,
like,
her hair was orange, and she said, and the orange came off. Okay, that's how.
And
that
how
went.
was it like underneath?
And I was like, oh, okay. You want to go there? Let's go.
right.
You know what I'm saying? It was. She had the
braids.
No, she had a low cut.
Okay.
Oh, okay. How'd you feel about that?
Low cuts is cool.
See, okay,
Low cuts is cool. I don't have like must have.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
I
just like look
you know What I'm
good.
saying? Just look good.
Just
Like,
look
You know what I
good.
mean?
Wear it with
Like,
confidence.
when I go to the
CJ
grocery
says, wear it
store,
with confidence.
Wear the confidence.
when I go to the grocery store, I just don't want whatever I purchase to look like it's been tampered with.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
I just want it to look like this is the product I should be buying.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But some people, if be walking out and it look like this on the shelf, you'd be like, oh, this don't belong on the
Right,
shelf.
right. It
You
look
know
like
what I'm
it's-
saying?
Yeah,
It's
it's
been
empty.
Drank already.
drank already.
Right. Okay. All right. Any other questions you have, Jerome?
Yes. All right, so I went. This is the most important question I have of this whole session.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I can't wait.
Gotta
Drum
give you
roll,
some
please.
Backstory. So I'm gonna give you the backstory. So I have a daughter. All right. She's 8 years old. Right. And whenever she wants like her hairdo, she sends me like pictures. Right. Daddy, can I get this? Daddy, can I get that? So normally it started with like she would send me like pictures or clips of like YouTube kids. Right. I want these. I want this. I want that. So the last time she sent me a picture, it was a grown woman hairstyle.
What's grown woman?
She had the poetic justice braids.
That's grown woman to you?
It was. I'm just saying. It was long braids. It was a picture of a grown woman
Okay.
with the long
With the box braids.
box braids. And it wasn't more about the hairstyle. It was where she went for her inspiration.
Where was that?
Yeah.
a grown woman.
Okay. Right.
8 years old. You know what I mean? So
That's daddy talk.
that's
Right,
really
yeah.
that really threw me for a loop.
I
Right.
see.
So my question: are both of you parents?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
Girls?
You know, I got a boy.
Girls and boy.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm just making sure you know. I'm
Two
setting-
girls
I'm setting this.
and a
I'm
boy.
setting. I need to know. Can someone relate with
Yeah.
me?
Right.
So my question is: at what age do you ladies feel it is okay for your daughter to get a hairstyle that, to you personally, you may feel like that's a grown woman hairstyle?
I would say I'm a little biased about this only because I'm a stylist and there's like I don't know if I have that line where I see things being too grown or not, because some people think color on a child is too grown and I don't think so, you know what I'm saying? So I have a certain bias as a hairstylist, you know, or some people be like, oh well, no, she shouldn't get her hair cut like that because she'll look grown. But see, my bias comes in, I'm like, it's just hair, it's a haircut, it'll grow back. Plenty of girls get their hair cut.
Right.
So, you know.
So you don't have an age.
I don't. But I remember, though, that my daughter's father, like, went off on me one time when I flattened one of my daughter's hair for the first time. And he was like, yo, like, what the fuck?
Like flat
she looks-
iron?
Right.
Straight?
Straight. And he, like, went off. And he was like, yo, she looked nah. You know what I'm saying? And, like,
old
went
is she?
off.
That had to be a long time
It
ago.
was a while ago. Maybe see, Dari was like, maybe she was
8?
maybe around 8 or 7 or 8, something like that. And she, you know, and he went off, and I was just like,
feel him.
well, I mean,
I stand
what?
with him.
So, but me, I'm biased as a stylist, you know, because it's like, it's just hair. Chill out.
It is.
I think it depends, right? So there are, I feel like, certain styles like that are maybe too grown.
Like what?
Finger waves.
Not even like, you know, everything could be done tastefully, you know, like I
Right.
just feel like, you know, with certain children, how I was raised, like let her be a child, right? You know, like let her be a child. Now she's like, you know, a little older, hitting middle school, like yes to the box braids, yes to, you know, yeah, a little color, purple could be cute, like, you know, the girls get,
Yeah.
like Katrina's daughters that they get, you know, that's cute too, you know what I'm saying? But like, let them be kids, you know, like that's how I was raised, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But what
I want
is a style
I want my
that
daughter to wear like the balls in her hair, you know, like
the little
paws and
balls,
the little, you know,
and
like
the beads, and my daughter's wore that before,
Right.
like the beads and
and
all
now
that
like
stuff.
on some poetic justice braids, obviously that can be done like tastefully. Now you're not going to do some braids all the way down here, you know, like you could do something short and cute, you know, not too much, whereas like obviously you're doing too much, you know, everything, like I said, could be done tastefully, you know, like to be appropriate for the age, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel, you know, that's just my personal.
The hair voice of reason.
I just was like, listen, yo.
You know, like
the
that's
end of
how
the
I
day-
feel. You
Yeah.
know, like I think that's okay. You know,
I mean, she had like a little bang. She looked like Dora. She had
That's
like the little
cute.
bang and a little
Yeah.
cut, you know.
I don't think that's you know,
But he
but
flipped out.
funny.
but men could be
They different.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
can
They
be
just
just
different
like-
when it comes
it's
to,
just-
especially to the girls, I think.
Right. And it's
you know?
definitely different to your point, because to your point, my son, who's older than my daughter, when he was my daughter's age, he did the same thing. He
But
would
you-
show me pictures, but like I was okay with it.
See, it's a gender thing, too.
Yeah, it is, because
Yeah.
it kind of seemed more impressive. Like I remember he wanted a haircut, and he showed me a picture of Nas.
You see
He
what I'm
wanted
saying?
Nas' haircut. He wanted the part.
See,
then
there
he
you
wanted.
go.
Then he wanted Trey Songz. Then he wanted Lonzo Ball's hair.
And what if he put like the little swirls and the little things
The
and
little designs.
designs in the hair? Yeah. So
Yeah,
do you think
I
that's
guess I gave
wrong?
him. I guess only thing I told him I wasn't with the dread situation.
No.
But he doesn't want
Locks.
dreads. He didn't. I asked him. I was like, you want? Would you grow locks? He was like, no. I was like, all right, cool.
My son has locks and he's cute.
Yeah.
His locks.
Yeah, he's super cute with the locks.
I'm talking about at 8. How old is your son?
He'll be 6.
6?
Yeah,
Oh.
in a little couple
Yeah,
of
yeah.
weeks.
Now he's 12. He can
Do
get locks. He
do
can
whatever
get
you want.
right. He can get box braids, whatever he want to
said
do.
box braids.
But he don't want nothing. But he
Not
doesn't
box
want
braids. I
nothing
just caught
done
that.
to his hair. He doesn't want nothing.
Wait, will you let your son get some box
Well, it depends how
braids?
they done. You know,
you
like
know,
now
like
they-
Rocky, Rock ASAP. He get the
Oh,
box
like
braids.
coming down like that.
okay,
Yeah. My son's
okay.
been
Yeah, he
asking me for those. I'm like,
Really?
no, I'm not doing that. He wanted it for picture day. No, you're not gonna look like that. No, not on picture day.
Yeah, you know.
Why Alan can't have no box
Because
braids?
I said no.
What he got? He got long hair.
He got a little, like a little, I don't know how you call it.
Like he got a little some.
You the hair lady.
Little hair.
I know, but I don't know like the
The
barber.
term. He got a little
term.
bit of hair,
Like
Oh,
a
the
high
crown?
top,
Yeah,
you
that's-
know,
yeah, that's-
and
that's
kind of like
awesome.
faded a little bit on the sides.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's cute.
Yeah,
I don't know the barber terminology. I know the
hair.
terminology.
Okay. So we
It's
saying
super cute.
so. I should let her get the box braids.
Yeah, you
Yes
should.
or no?
Yeah, I think so. I don't see
You-
nothing wrong with it.
Oh, come on. 8 with the she
Yeah.
got 'em long.
Well, she doesn't have to get them so long.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll meet in the middle,
Middle,
where
right.
it's just like, okay, well, you can actually get that.
Long.
You know what I
style.
think?
Yeah, that's long.
But
What I
you
think,
want, like
you know what
this?
you would be okay with? Like the feed-ins.
Yeah, like
What's
the cornrows, or are you talking
No,
about the
no.
ones that are
Like Angela had.
Yeah, the
recently.
knotless.
The knotless.
The
braids.
knotless, where it just looks like her hair. That's really nice. And
Yeah.
and actually they say you can't feel it.
That like
Right.
kids faux locks type situation.
No,
They're
no.
braids, but it looks like it doesn't
It's coming
have
from
the
her scalp.
Yeah, it's like,
Like
it
you know
doesn't
how
have the
when
knots.
you get the box braids, like you could see like hair was added.
Like the loop.
This is a technique that you can't see, like that it's added as
She would
you
look
braid.
super cute with that.
So much
Yeah.
finesse. So
We'll
much
show you a
finesse.
picture after the show.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could let her get it.
Yeah, you let her get that. That's cute.
Yeah, she'd be all right. You be all right too.
Yeah.
You'll
Y'all
live.
learn me. I feel more.
We
I
learned
feel
you
more
today.
equipped
To go
walk
back
out
to
in
the
this
barbershop
world.
and be like and inform the other men in there with like, but wait, I have that answer for you guys.
Listen,
You know,
guys,
this is why they do it. I
this
got
is why
y'all.
they
I
do
got
it.
y'all, right. This is
right.
why they do it.
I feel more equipped to tackle the world.
Right.
now. You know what I mean? The wonderful world of women.
Right.
Y'all are.
Whatever that is, guys.
Y'all just-
All right, let's get into the
Oh, my
slip into
gosh.
the DMs. We have Nancy from Brooklyn, and she's asking, how can I reduce dandruff?
Wash your hair. I'm just playing. Let me stop.
So, what's your answer, Soy?
Well, I mean, I guess first you want to make sure it is dandruff because a lot of dandruff gets misdiagnosed all the time, you know? So I think that one, you need to make sure that it is actually dandruff, and you need to check maybe your shampoo routine because it could be that you're not
shampooing enough.
Yeah, so check that first and see if you still have flakes after that. Then maybe it is a sebaceous gland issue where it is like you have dry scalp and yeah.
Yeah. And,
So-
and that's the same thing I say. Like, don't.
Selsun Blue. Goddamn.
Ew. Hell no.
I just see that on
Don't listen
commercial.
to them. No, not no damn Selsun.
Right. But, you know,
I
like,
just be seeing that commercial.
had-
That shit look like it worked. Look like medicine.
we've had certain clients who come in and they're not shampooing enough.
Yeah.
You know, so just obviously shampoo, like do it for like a whole month. Where
Right.
You're shampooing on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
And, you know, just, you know, deep conditioning also, because also it could be like a dry scalp.
Exactly.
You know, like, and you're oil your scalp, guys. Royal Hair Goddess.
Plug. Yeah. And you think, you know, and you might think, you know, that
Yeah.
it's dandruff. It gets misdiagnosed all the time.
All the
so
time.
I would do that first before I call it dandruff and then see if you still have flakes.
Right.
Who diagnoses the dandruff?
Well, you can diagnose it yourself, obviously. Like, if you can see it, like, all the time, like, you know, maybe you're not shampooing enough, you
Yeah.
know? Like, certain men I know, like, use Head and Shoulders and stuff like that. And, you know, because they're probably not doing it as often.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Dandruff gets misdiagnosed all the time. Because
Like-
people just automatically assume that flakes equates to dandruff.
In
right.
could
college,
be
my
that.
roommate had braids,
Mm-hmm.
and he used to use herbal essence. Had that shit all over the damn place.
Really?
Herbal essence. Actually, my business partner that I do clothing line with, Chris, he used to have a herbal essence
Everywhere.
all type of flavors.
Really?
Oh, he said
You
flavors.
just smelt it as soon
You
as
just
it came
smell
in.
herbal essence as soon as you walk in the damn bathroom.
Wow.
Is that a good one?
No.
No. But whatever.
Yeah, no
This was
shade.
eons
I know,
ago.
but you
Shade,
know,
no
like
shade.
it's kind of like, how can you really educate men about, can you really like? Are
I
they
think
gonna
so.
care enough? Though?
Buy like
What's a good
products
hair?
and
What's a
stuff?
good shampoo?
I think so.
for
There's
the
a whole
cars?
line of men that that go to and get $35, $40 haircuts, and they buy products.
You should have seen his face.
No.
But would you after so like if your barber's like, okay, well, I recommend these products, would you buy them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
there's men that's into these.
If he's like, yo, shout out my man, the best barber I ever had. His name is Zay.
Mm-hmm.
Zay used to do shit like that all the time. Like he would bring in like little, like, yo, you should try this.
Mm-hmm.
Try this for your beard. He would I remember when the Clarisonic things came out, he started adding that to the haircut. So he would lay back, hit the whole face,
Right.
line you up and all that. And he would just say like, yo, you could get one of these and then put this on there, use this for your face, use this for your hair. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I think he would be
that is
open
true.
to it.
But I think if it's coming from the actual barber, like,
Right.
because men don't really know, and I guess they may be shy to ask or something like that.
I would
know.
ask. It would be a reactive basis. It's not something that I would proactively pursue as far as
Right.
what I would need to use. It
But
would
if
have
your
to be an
barber would
issue. If
tell
he's
you,
like, yo, you got dandruff, or you should use this because your hair is doing this. Normally
Okay.
something has to be happening for a fella to be like, yo.
Or it could be just upkeep. No. Like if you just.
We're not really on a preventative maintenance
Oh,
type
no?
situation. Yeah, nah. We're more like, yo, oh, I'm receding. Yo, what I need.
Yeah.
Right, it
after
has to
the
be
fact.
a problem. It gotta be a problem.
So for us to start looking for solutions, something that needs
But I think
to
y'all need to go ahead and reassess and get into preventative care.
Right.
I just started going to get my nails done.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the shop.
That's so
and that
crazy.
Was more, and that's
because
more or less because of my daughter. I wanted something else to do
did you
with my daughter.
This is off topic. So did you think that was kind of effeminate to do, and you kind of did it? Because I've heard of that.
No, that was initially
to-
when I first heard of men getting it done. That's when the term metrosexual was real big. So it was like I thought it was like a metrosexual thing, and I didn't really understand what that meant.
Mm-hmm.
So I just I didn't identify with being metrosexual, so I didn't see it as something that I would need to do. And then, interacting more with women, you hear, you should get your nails done. Mm-hmm. You should, you know what?
And have it
I
buffed
am gonna
up
start
and
getting my nails done because it's like when you're not in school no more. Normally you go to school, you hear what the girls say, and then you apply. So now you go to the club, you go out, you start hanging with more females, and they start saying things, and you just start. I'm the type of fella, I'm gonna take heed to what females are saying that they look in what women are.
Okay.
What women mention that they are into in men. So I
Right.
say, you know what? Yeah, she said, oh yeah, she's cute. She said she like when they get it. All right, I'm about
Make
to
it
add
all
that.
buffed up and shiny.
Yeah.
So do y'all like the shiny? Cause I'm like, I don't know.
I don't like when you paint them, but
Yeah,
when you
go
buff
get it
them
buffed
up.
and
Buffed
nice
up
and
shine?
shiny.
Yeah, that's what I did. That
that's
don't
nice.
last though.
No, you gotta keep doing a little buff.
Yeah, the buff don't last for me.
Yeah, but even if after, if it doesn't last, and as
It's
long as they
fine. They
look clean and
And my nails don't be looking clean.
look,
'cause
don't
we do
even look
color.
at my nails because I did color today.
Yeah, so whatever.
Yeah, crazy.
It's like whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
No, yeah, my nails look horrible.
Yeah, this
right
is
now.
no nail game.
Yeah,
I'm
for
on
now.
strike.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into the whatever topic with. Are we supporting us with the Realist? Yes. So, tell us about the Realist. What's the story behind
it?
it?
The Realist clothing line. Me and my boy Chris started. We initially, we was in high school. I moved from New York to Boston. Right when I moved to Boston, I moved in the middle. School had already started, and then I moved, and I had to wait till get assigned to a school. I got assigned to a school. When I got to that school, Chris was like the first person I met when I was leaving the school. When we were leaving, getting on the bus. So it was me, him, my homeboy Ashton, homeboy Pascal. So that's how our friendship started. And then later on, like 10th, 11th grade, they had the pathways. So he was in what they call travel and tourism. I was in the entrepreneurship pathway. But prior to that, he was like, yo, we should start a clothing line because, you know, it was the thing where people looked at what we wore in school. So it was like, yo, y'all are like the fly guys.
Did you wear like other people's things, like name brands, or you would go into the thrift store and like doing
I
your
wasn't
own
thrifting
shit?
in thrifting in high school. Yeah. But so I'm like my initial thing was like, nah, cause they say you two friends shouldn't do a business together, this, that, and the third, or whatever. But then I had to have a project due for my entrepreneurship class, and it was, create your own business. I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. So it started out kind of like as a project, and we was just putting in the hours to get everything done, like looking for manufacturers in the city.
Of Boston?
Looking for manufacturers.
And it's good that the school did that. You know, shout out to the schools that like have
East
these
Boston High School.
Yeah, that these curriculums that get the wheels turning.
Right, because that was big. It was called National Foundation for Teaching Entrepreneurship, NIFTY, and so after we putting in the hours, like we writing the business plan and we putting in hours. At this time, Sean John's big. Rockaware is big, so those are like our inspiration. So we looking at the numbers they're doing, and those what we shooting for, and then we come down. Then we get our first set of T-shirts made and all of that, and they just hit in the city. They just kind of hit. Everybody's buying. Everybody bought them. Just kind of like off of Chris and Jerome.
Right, they wanted to support.
Right. And then we came down to Atlanta. Didn't know no one, and then we just kind of stopped doing it. And then I want to say like maybe like 5-6 years ago, we got right back on. Because we had been creating, but it was like putting stuff out on a small scale. But then like 5-6 years ago, we changed our logo. We added the bird, and then ran with this reel. And we took off ever since. So he moved back to Boston, and I stayed in Atlanta.
Okay.
And then last month, June, we opened our first flagship store, and that's in Boston. That's just the address on the hat.
Okay.
And then last month, no, actually the beginning of this month, August 10th, we had our ribbon cutting ceremony. So we had the mayor and, people from the city come and speak to the community, and we did our ribbon cutting, and they gave us a certificate of recognition for the city. So, yeah.
I mean, I think that's important. Like we was talking on the last show about, the story behind brands, you know, and I feel like nowadays people want that. Like people want to know, like you said, like they bought those T-shirts because they knew who you guys were.
Because they knew who we were,
Yeah, and I feel like that's the key is to be authentic and to, people want to know who you are, what you stand for, like what, who is Jerome, you know what I mean?
And why are you doing this?
And why are you doing this? And that's going to...
What's your story?
Exactly.
And the thing with the Realist, like the Realist was like...
Why the name?
So Chris came up with the name, and we heavy into hip hop. And the term, the Realist, is like one of the most used terms in hip hop. I'm the Realist, she the Realist, he the Realist, he the Realist. And then we wanted the name to kind of look, Dareales, to have a certain type of look to it. So when people see it, they would have to read it. Right, until they got it. So you get people saying the rallies, and then it says the Realist, right? Like with us, when we started, we knew like the first things we wanted to do was kind of bridge like hip hop and like rock. That was like our thing. We wanted to try to like bridge the gap. And then because
When you say rock, like
like
tight jeans, like European kind of cut.
well back then it was like the chain belts,
Oh, okay.
skulls and crossbones, like those
Gotcha.
type of things. Like we wanted to kind of bridge those looks, and because we felt like when you're, it's a play on words, the realist, right? So when you're real, when you're the realist, right? You're kind of like not isolated, but you kind of looked at in a certain light, like, oh, she's too real for me, or you know what I'm saying, like she's too real to be around. Like people would feel like once the true you come out, it would more or less dim someone who wasn't real confident.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we wanted to kind of be able to create clothes to help people brighten that light.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm authentic, I'm myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody be you only you can be the best version of yourself.
Right.
So we would make sure it's like 100% real, made for real. We did a shirt called Fuck a Fake, right? But then we wanted to get out of like the shirts and into actual like a full-fledged clothing line. And then we
like
went
ready to wear.
Right. So then we went to California. Chris went to China, and then we just put in that work, and then now, you got a store, and we making everything. So
That's what's up.
And you design everything yourself, both of you guys.
Chris does most of the design and most of all the designs. What I'll do is I'll come up with a concept, and then we'll kind of, he'll build a capsule or something around what that concept should be. If I feel like this is something that can be impactful. So yeah. But as far as what we right now, we're in a space where we're just understanding the retail and brick and mortar. Like a lot of people is like, well, y'all gonna open one in Atlanta. I don't think we are, because like putting that store in the middle of your city, it's like a reception like no other.
Yeah.
Like people.
And
I was talking to him the other day.
Like people know who like you got that support there, and that could just be your flagship, and you have one line
Right,
everywhere else.
it's that city's flag.
Yeah.
But it's still the goal is still to get global. You know what I mean? To go big, but starting where the heart is. You know what I'm saying?
Where it started.
Right.
Right.
So that's it.
Okay, I love that. I love your story. I've known him for X amount of time. 4 years now?
4 years now.
Yeah. And I've never heard the story. Like I've never actually spoken to him about his
this
brand.
is actually our first time. Yeah.
Right. So I think it's dope. Just like she said, like everybody has a story, and you need to kind of tell your story more.
Yeah, because that's what's gonna make people support you or not support you.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some people just like to see people giving that good foot forward. Like I heard Chris Rock say, you'll get further pushing your car than you would hitchhiking. So that's all we try to do is push our car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than hitchhike. So that's what he said. You'll get help pushing your car before you hitchhike.
I was about to say. I mean, I think you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you meant.
Right.
But yeah. I mean, do you feel like did you get support, from
Most definitely.
Just from the community itself, because I was listening to one show, and they had a black designer on, and they were talking about how in our community, we are the first to run to Gucci and freaking, Louis and all these other brands. And we have people like yourself and just Dapper Dan. And I forgot the young man's brand that was on the show that I was listening to. And you were just saying, how people would try to, haggle him about his prices and all of that. But, but you will go to Gucci and drop 2 G's, you know what I'm saying, for a belt. And you know what I mean? So how do you, feel about that?
we paid our dues. We've given away a lot of clothing. We've done fashion shows. We've got clothes done for fashion shows that, we couldn't sell those clothes after the show. So you just kind of give them away,
Right.
or
And it comes with it, with it,
right.
like
Yeah.
you have to give away clothes so
Right.
people can start rocking it, and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
who is
It's
the
part of the
realist? Like, oh, that
marketing.
shit is
Right.
fly, like, and so
But
people can see
but
it.
to his point, right? You got to understand your leverage. So if we decide, you know what, nah, that's not how it's flying. This is a business. In order for this business to operate, you're gonna have to pay me for the clothes that I purchased at wholesale. You know what I'm
Right.
saying, or for my product that I've created.
Yeah.
So it's just about understanding your leverage and demanding that, and people respect that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People people will respect the fact that you going out there getting it, trying to do it the right way, rather than me putting together some clothing and then just handing it to you. You know what I'm saying? If I demand capital for my product, you're gonna look at it like, you know what? He cares about it. You know what I'm saying? But if I just say, hey, here's a shirt, oh, here's a hat, you're gonna treat it like, oh, he just gave me a shirt, he just gave me a hat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people
So-
are gonna like expect
associated
like
with value.
freebies.
Right. So
It
it's
has
like,
value attached to it. Yeah. I mean, I think I just find it interesting that, people, you're not going to go into freaking Louis and be like, you know what, let me get, this belt right here. Can I get it,
Half
for
off.
two?
right.
Two for
Right.
two.
Let me have that.
Buy one, get
We used
one.
to get that.
Let me have that for the two.
Yeah. We used to get that. We used to get that a lot. Now the conversation is kind of transitioned to people feeling comfortable, because Chris and myself are real approachable guys, accessible guys, and we want to help, each and every one. So now the conversation just kind of changes to where, oh, I got an idea. You know what I'm saying? We should do blouses and put sparkles on the back of them, or we should do this, or now that we got the store, we should turn the store into this for a day. And, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of, it's a weird line, because you don't want to disrespect no one, but you got to understand, we put in blood, sweat, and tears for you to even be in a position to come up with something for us. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So it's like I don't want to just do a shirt with somebody that want to do a shirt for the sake of doing it. Like, we've been doing this for a very long time. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, he used to work at,
So you wouldn't partner with someone else?
yeah, for sure,
Right.
but it has to benefit our
gotta make
brand,
sense.
and that company has to be up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It has to be
because
mutual.
we've already partnered, with people here. Like, what can we do to help us level ourselves up? Because that's the only way.
But do you only see it like that? Because I feel like also you should see it as like helping other people as well.
yeah, that's two different things.
Right.
That's two different things. If you
Because I've
haven't-
noticed, like, like just, this is a side note, with me selling my oil, right? And like hitting up like influencers, like, hey, can I send you this, or can I send you that? And, obviously the influencers started nowhere with 5 followers or whatever the case is, right? And to me, it's like, obviously, like, if you present yourself correct and you come at me with the correct business plan or whatever, obviously it's not always, you should help. Like, it's like going back to Africa and helping children of need or whomever. It shouldn't always be about like, how can it benefit me? How about like, how can it benefit, how can I help this person? Are you
Right.
feel like you
Yeah, but you have to also, in having that approach, you also have to look at what's being presented to you.
right. And that's
right?
what I'm saying.
So,
like,
It's a case by case.
So,
Right. I
So
feel
you have
like-
to look at the that individual's track record. What, you know what I mean? Because if you decide that you're gonna partner with this person, or you're gonna help this person, you're gonna be all in.
right.
And whatever you put in from there is gonna take you away from your oils. So
Right.
it has to benefit.
Right.
It has to benefit you, because, or if that person of influence that you're gonna do something with, they have to make sure that the time that they put towards that is gonna help them.
and be
Right.
worth it.
Like we
It
have
should benefit each other. It should be an equal exchange.
exactly, like we've been on the
I
TV
get
show
that.
Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
We've been on the movie The Trap.
Mm-hmm.
We've Fat Boy SSE just wore our stuff.
Plugs. I love it.
Right. He just wore one of our shirts and
That's
went
what's
ahead.
up.
He's
Yeah.
an influencer. DJ MV from the Breakfast Club. Like
I love it.
we've been in order for that one look to happen, I had to give them a ton of clothes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the risk versus reward.
Yeah.
But if somebody says to me, "Hey, I'm thinking of doing a fashion show. Have you done a fashion show before?" No, I just want. So then it's not necessarily getting the realist involved. Let's figure out. Let's get the ball rolling on how you can get to what you want. Because people will get something started and then just fall back.
Right.
And then
That happens a lot.
And then
Yeah.
you've invested that initial time and didn't go nowhere. You wasted your time. They wasted their
And time is
so
everything.
And
so
time
they
is
need
it.
to be. It needs to be. We need to be mutually. Benefit.
And like you said, that person also needs to be involved and like invested. That's everything. Like if you feel like that person is not invested, then this does not benefit me. I'm always willing to help, like that's
Right.
just, I love to help,
Right.
But also like if you're going to waste my time, then listen, I ain't got time for you.
For me now, it's about like inspiring. And when I look at hope, I want to inspire. So I got to go to the youth. I got to go to the people who don't even think that this is possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So for you, like say for example, you doing your oils, right? This is the difference. Someone comes to you and says, "Oh, I want to start an oil brand." Like they want you to help them start their oil brand, right? Because that's what you do. But they've only came to that conclusion that they want you to help them start an oil brand because they didn't see the work you put in. They just see
They see the
fruits
results.
of your labor.
Right.
So to me, that's like you're just trying to benefit off the fruits of my labor.
Right.
If you're coming to me to say, "Yo, can you help me start a clothing line?" and I've known you X amount of time and you haven't done anything to help me with my clothing line, you're just trying to benefit off of what you've seen I've accomplished. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So you got to weed that out. You got to weed them type of people out,
right.
and then try to get to the youth, the child, or the high schooler that doesn't even know that it's possible for them to
The
start
young
an oil
you.
line.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's and you know what I mean? It's like I'm going to school every day. I don't know what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like that's to me. That's how I would like to. That's what I'm in the process
For you,
of
it's
trying
more
to create.
impactful in that sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if they've, invested the time and then you've seen some of the work. Like, hey,
Right.
you come into, I did the business plan and these are the numbers and this and we went to China and you've seen
Right.
that, then you're willing to help.
Right.
You gotta,
Push your car.
yeah, you gotta
Right.
push your car.
Push your car. Everybody trying to hitchhike.
Handshake, right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Everybody want
And
to
everybody
hitchhike,
wanted
yo,
an easy way out.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you gotta put in the sweat equity. You just have to do that.
have to.
And there's lessons in the come up,
Exactly.
So
That they're
you can't-
trying
that's
to
the
that they're
beauty.
trying to
They're
skip.
trying to skip over
They're trying to
the-
get you to pull them over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those
Yeah.
things like yo,
Even with this podcast itself,
Right.
like
We don't know. We don't fucking know y'all listening. I don't even damn know. Listen.
And whatever, we do know what we talking about.
We know what we talking about, but we don't know if a motherfucker's listening. Like, but we do
people
it because
do
we love
listen.
it.
Yeah, we do love it, and
Yeah.
we do learn every day, and we're putting
Exactly.
the work. Every Monday we're here.
Every
recording,
day.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like we're putting the
Blood, sweat, and tears.
into it.
Rain
Right.
in traffic.
and we've had those
Babies at home.
conversations where it's like, yo, I want to do this. All right, well, let's do this, and this to try to get that done. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So I'm all about helping my people and everyone around me grow. I've always been about that. That's why I've done so many things. We've through parties. We've done all type of things. But ultimately, me and Chris always came back to
Come back
clothing.
to, and that's kind of like how I am too. Like I'm like I always come back to hair, but I'm like always like doing
Right.
different little things.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm everything that I'm doing is like surrounded by hair right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's always been your thing, hair.
Yeah, hair has always been my thing, and kickboxing.
Beat your ass.
Yeah. So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, I see myself
Well, the Realist, as a brand,
so,
as a whole,
So the goal is to be like one of the major, like the biggest brand in the world.
I feel you. I
You know
wish
what I
we
mean?
had
Like
the
the
little
biggest
hand
brand
clap.
in the- I know.
Right.
We do our own hand clap audio.
Right.
Right, yeah, like the biggest brand in the world. Like, I don't see nobody stopping us at this
I love
rate.
it.
You know what I mean? Like, it's opening that store did so much for me as far as like believing in manifestation.
Oh,
Right.
man. Isn't it real?
Because it was something that we've always wanted, but you know what I mean? You just didn't know like how we gonna. But that's something that
You visualize.
So $1 million company, $10 million company, $100 million company, $1 billion gross company.
And you're going to get it and
You know
just
what I mean?
visualize it.
Right.
And it's
That's
going to
it.
come.
It's gonna take steps
And act like you already have it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? It's already there.
Just walk
Right.
the walk.
Walk the walk. And it's crazy because I was just telling Diary, like I had seen something on, on IG from the guy
What's his name from Fubu?
from Fubu. And basically he was
Damon.
talking about
Yeah,
Damon.
Damon.
And he was talking about, the 4 elements of branding. And he was just saying that authenticity is one. And then 2, that you want to get to where, your brand is like Coca-Cola or Kleenex, where, we say, hey, you want a Coke, but
Right.
it could be, some off-brand Coke, but you're calling it a Coke anyway
yeah.
because Coke is the standard. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Or a Kleenex
a
because,
Kleenex.
yeah.
Yeah, like let me
Or-
get a Kleenex
or
and it
what is
might
a
be
Q-tip,
whatever.
really?
Is that
Right.
Because the brand is Q-tip, but
It's
that's really
Q-tip.
2 cotton swabs.
Right, like it's
Right.
a cotton swab.
with a
Right,
stick in
but
the
we
middle.
all call it a Q-tip, right?
Right.
That
Right.
is
Get
a
a Q-tip,
brand.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
so
But
the
it's a
same
cotton
thing,
swab,
but it's a
yeah.
cotton swab, So that's where you want to go is to, you want to be like Kleenex.
Right, yeah. And this it's funny you say that because people call me like, they'll call me real. Like this one dude, he just calls me real. He be like,
Right.
yo, real.
Right.
Because that's just all they know. And that's the one, like, I remember, and like we did an interview in high school talking about the brand. And then we told the person that was interviewing us, like, they asked us what's something that we could do if we could do it for free. We would, you know what I'm saying? We would do it. And we was like, clothing. Like,
yeah.
like if we couldn't do this, I don't know what we would be doing.
And that's how you know when it's, your passion.
Yeah. And I learned like if you build it, they will come.
Yeah. Just
Because
like
you
the
didn't
movie.
know. We didn't know
Right.
what would happen. We opened the doors, we put out a flyer, and next thing you know, it's tons of people at the store just purchasing.
Right.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
Like we've both had people come to us and tell us that we inspire them. That's just weird.
Right.
Like something that I never thought would be possible
Right.
that I
Right.
could inspire anybody.
Right.
But like
You don't
just
know who's watching.
You
yeah,
don't.
you don't know who's watching.
You
Just
don't.
today, friend of ours, King Dreams, he did a freestyle to the Big Rich Town song, and Omari Hardwick posts him, and he's wearing our headband, and everyone's
it.
tagging us in it. Like,
See?
you just
Look at
never
that. You just
know.
never
You
know how these
know.
things
Like,
work out.
Like manifestation, I learned is real, and the universe will always pay you
Conspire.
off if you put the work in. Like it's gonna pay you if you
100.
put the work in.
100%.
That's
So-
how it is.
That's how, yeah.
So, yeah.
Some people just pray, "Oh God, can I have this? Can I have that?"
No,
and,
Yeah, you
know,
put
but
that
you got
work
to
in.
you got to put
You gotta
the work
you gotta
in.
execute it.
and the universe, God, the however
Whatever
it
your
is,
belief
Laws
is.
of attraction,
right,
whatever.
yeah, it's gonna come to you, and that's how I believe. You know,
Yeah, that's how it works.
yeah.
Law of attraction. But you
So
have
do you
to
guys
execute.
have women's? I know you guys are unisex. Some clothes are unisex.
No,
like
what we do
sweaters.
is it's more streetwear. So what happened is, I don't know who's to blame. I would probably say maybe Tiana, Carucci, or somebody. They turned streetwear really unisex. Like women just started really wearing men pieces. I mean, it probably goes back to like Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Right.
But the
Resurgence of it.
of it.
That's true. Because my
has
daughter's
helped us, 'cause
generation.
women just come in the store and buy, and,
Yeah,
you know, they
hoodies
just
and all
trying it
that.
on. You
My
know what I mean?
kids, I joke with my kids all the time. I'm like, it's 95 degrees in Atlanta. It's humid as hell, and you got on a hoodie. What are you
Right.
doing?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what
Are you
doing?
ever gonna get there to like women's clothing?
Yeah, for sure. Like actually making women pieces for sure. We just want to make it like real, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like we want to really make it like we don't just want to put out women t-shirts or women dresses. We want to come out with an item that will, I guess, be more of a statement for women.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And more for the realist, like like a statement for
Right.
the realist. Like, okay, that shit is fly. Like that.
That's
the
authentic,
realist-
that's
yeah.
fly, and that's a woman true to herself when she got it on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we'll get there.
Yeah, it'll come.
Yeah, it'll
Right.
come naturally.
What's his name? Zach from what's his name? Local Green Atlanta. We asked him about like when is the next store. I don't know if you heard. Have you ever eaten there before? Local Green Atlanta.
It's
it
really
called?
good. Local Green Atlanta.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's like healthy.
Yeah.
They have a
food
lot of vegetarian.
options,
and
and you know they also have like do they have chicken? I don't know.
I think they
Don't
I
quote
don't
me.
know.
But they have like salmon.
Have you been there?
I have.
Yeah,
I have,
it's
yeah.
good.
I have had like salmon, and they have like shrimp stuff. Like, but it's really good. It's more like on a healthier side. And we asked them like when is the next store, and he was like, I'm not worried about that right now. I'm worried about like mastering this one.
Right.
You know, people get so like, oh well, let's go and open up the new one.
Yeah.
No, let's figure this shit out
Right.
the right way.
The
You know,
right way, yeah.
And I love that about the way he said it because so like I said, so many people get consumed with like what's next.
Yeah.
Like let's
Right.
They
master
wanna
this shit right
jump-
now.
Because that's
the
how they
gun.
value success is, you know,
It's more
quantity.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
he
it's
got
not.
5 stores. Oh,
Right.
he got, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but they all shit.
But it's really like, you know, it has to, the business has to call for it.
Right.
And for us-
Exactly.
and for us, we just know what we got. Like the city of Boston is representing for the Realist, and it's almost like when you watch, what's Issa show?
Insecure.
Insecure. That's like that's L.A. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
so
It's almost
LA.
like L.A. is a character,
Right.
or you know what I'm saying on Atlanta, the city's a character. It's like Boston is a consumer itself outside of the individuals. The city itself is just its own consumer, if that makes sense.
I understand exactly
you know what I
where
mean?
you're coming
Yeah.
It's like we knew we couldn't do the numbers or get the support by opening our first store
Right.
here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It has to call for it. It has to make
It
sense.
has to call for it.
Yeah,
Right.
it has to be just as like, if I have a hair salon and I'm like, in a small space at first. And then it's just like, damn, like, these 2 chairs is just, we can't even keep up. Like, I gotta
Right.
do something else. And so
Right.
that's when you go and you go
Yeah.
gradually to the next
Because
step.
there's demand for it.
Right.
It's a demand.
Or you keep that there
Right.
and you make it an attraction. So that's our goal, is to make
Okay.
it an attraction. So almost like one example would be like what the marathon was for LA. So it got to a point, obviously they had Nipsey, but it got to a point people would go to the store just to take pictures and be, you know what I mean?
Right.
But that was something that was homegrown that he fostered. And we want to be able to do that.
Well, I love it.
Thank you.
Okay. I love
I
your
love the
story.
story and
Yeah.
everything.
The
Y'all check out
Realist,
his
y'all.
clothing now.
Where can they find you?
You can find us at www.therealist.com. Or if you're in the Boston area, you can go to 1658B Dorchester Avenue, and that's in Boston, Massachusetts. And that's that. The
And what
Realist
about
is
your handles?
DAREALES.com.
Your handle, your Instagram handle.
Follow us at DAREALES, and I'm DAREALROME, and Chris is CIZFRMDAREALES.
Okay. All right. Well,
We almost out of here, y'all. So what we gonna do?
we're
calling you
gonna get
out.
into this. We calling you out with this shenanigans. You haven't seen this, but
Wait a minute.
this girl is drawing her edges, guys, and
This kind of goes in line.
I asked about that.
Yeah.
yeah, she's drawing her edges.
She
and-
outlining it right now.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
She's an artiste.
Yeah, and then when it all fails, you know, because obviously it wasn't like dark enough, you know, she started. She took out mascara.
Okay.
You know what's my thing?
And then
she's
she's
young. I don't know. She don't get the pass. Kinda.
No, she
Just
don't.
for youth alone?
You,
Because you don't know better?
You've
Look,
done.
you know
you've
what?
Done, let's say she's 14.
Let me see. Now, if I didn't know any better.
What is she doing?
Nah,
can't
nigga,
really-
I'm calling this bitch out. I'm sorry. At this point, like, you know, she's pulling her edges, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like with the tight ponytail, right? So I'm calling her out for that. Like, so we're
Her
like,
nails are nice.
yeah, her nails are nice.
Maybe that's
the
why she
back-
did it.
For her
Maybe that
nails.
was
the
a
shirt
nail.
in the
Maybe it was a nail
background.
set.
Nah, you don't do that shit. You don't do that shit because we want people to do
Yeah,
better.
you need to. We want them to do better.
Right,
You're
especially
right.
the youth. There's
The
no
youth.
reason why you shouldn't have edges at that
Right.
point.
Yeah.
You know, like imagine what it's gonna be later on in life.
Yeah. Take
know.
care of your edges, lady. Come on, lady. Stop doing this bruja stuff. Like, you
Yeah.
know, grow
some
your
edges.
And
Grow
stop,
some edges.
Stop doing that
putting
shit.
in the ponytails. And,
So tight, you know. There's different ways of doing it. Like you don't need to like
Right.
pull your hair so much.
right.
But yeah,
grow
where can
some
they find
edges.
us, Soy?
Oh, you know what? Wait, my hair quote is, what's my hair quote? Let me see. My quote is, all curls are beautiful
Okay.
when healthy.
Okay.
And they can
Alright.
find us at YouTube, Hearing Whatever Podcast, IG, Hearing Whatever Podcast. We on SoundCloud.
On iTunes podcast
And
as well,
Exactly.
and all Hearing Whatever podcasts.
All across the board.
Exactly. So we out of here, y'all.
Yep, it's been fun. Thanks for coming on. It was a pleasure.
Yep.
My pleasure. Thank you guys.
Love
That
and
was-
light.
Ladies. Thank you, ladies.
This was fun.
Yeah.
This was good.
All right, y'all. Peace.
We
Love
out.
and light.
You're